What if the most productive worker in history never slept, never complained, and never cost a company a single cent in taxes? Humanoid robots like Tesla's Optimus aren't sci-fi anymore because they're officially punching the clock in factories right now. And yes, while some of the footage you're seeing is AI augmented, the reality of these machines replacing human labor is 100% real. Behind the cool engineering, these machines are triggering a silent collapse of the very programs that keep society running. Think about it. Programs like Social Security were built entirely on the backs of human payroll taxes, but a robot doesn't get a paycheck, which means it pays exactly $0 into your future retirement. So, who picks up the tab when the human taxpayers are gone? In this video, we're breaking down the Silicon employee debate from every single angle. We'll look at Bill Gates' controversial plan to tax robots and why some world leaders think it's an economic suicide mission. We're even diving into fresh data from South Korea to see if these taxes actually save human jobs or just kill innovation. Is that robot an employee or just a high-tech hammer? Your future and your retirement might depend on how we answer that. Welcome to NeuralByte. Let's get into the case that might change everything. To understand the danger, we first have to follow the money, and it leads straight to a cliff. Take a look at your last paycheck because those deductions are the lifeblood of our infrastructure. These aren't just numbers, because every dollar you pay is matched by your employer. This is the bedrock of the American social contract where today's workers literally fund the lives of today's retirees. But there is a massive revenue paradox happening right under our noses. As companies replace staff with robots, their profits skyrocket while their tax contributions vanish into thin air. When a human leaves and a machine moves in, that revenue stream for the government simply dies. A robot doesn't need a doctor, it doesn't need a pension, and it doesn't pay a single cent into the safety net you rely on. We are watching wealth explode while the system we use to fund society is tied to a dying model of human hours. This is the Social Security cliff, and we are heading for it at full speed. So, how do we stop the collapse before it's too late? Some of the world's smartest people say we need to treat robots like people. Bill Gates is the most famous voice behind this, and his logic is impossible to ignore. If a robot does the exact same job as a human, why should it get a free pass from the tax man? He isn't talking about taxing the metal but is instead proposing a tax on the value that a robot generates. Right now, companies aren't just automating for efficiency because they are doing it for the tax loophole. A robot tax would finally level the playing field between human labor and silicon labor. More importantly, that money could be earmarked to fund the jobs that machines can't do. Gates wants to use robot taxes to pay for empathy jobs like teaching, elderly care, and social work. It is a bridge from the old world to a new one where humans focus on what makes us human. It is about making sure progress works for you, and not just for the billionaires who own the hardware. But there is a darker side to this plan because some experts believe a robot tax is a death sentence for progress. They argue that taxing a robot is literally just taxing the act of being efficient. At its core, a robot is just a tool like a tractor or a steam engine from the Industrial Revolution. We didn't tax the tractor to save the blacksmith, so why should we penalize the robot for saving the assembly line? If the US taxes robots while other nations don't, our entire economy becomes a dinosaur overnight. Manufacturing would simply flee to tax havens and we would lose the jobs and the technology at the same time. Then there is the definition nightmare that keeps lawyers up at night. What actually defines a robot? Is it only a humanoid like Optimus, or does it include the self-checkout kiosk at the grocery store? If you tax one tool that saves labor, you theoretically have to tax every piece of software ever written. Critics fear we are about to tax the goose that lays the golden eggs before we even know how many eggs there are. This isn't just a theory anymore because we finally have the data from the world's biggest experiment. South Korea has more robots per worker than any nation on Earth, and they actually tried to slow them down. By slashing tax incentives for automation, they essentially made robots more expensive to install. The 2026 data is in, and the result was a massive 28% drop in new robot installations. The tax worked as a speed bump, but it also came with a terrifying realization. Even though the robots slowed down, the human jobs didn't come back. This is the ultimate warning because slowing down the machines doesn't automatically save the humans. It is exactly why the EU recently walked away from giving robots electronic personhood status. Now, economists are shifting their focus to a much more effective target. Instead of taxing the robot itself, we might just need to tax the massive profits they create. Taxing capital gains instead of labor hours captures the wealth without needing to define what a robot is. it shifts the massive burden of funding society off of your shoulders and onto the machines that are actually creating the wealth. But here is the real plot twist that nobody saw coming in 2026. OpenAI recently released a policy blueprint that actually supports the idea of taxing automated labor. They are calling for a public wealth fund where every citizen gets an ownership stake in the AI revolution. This is a total 180 because it means the tech giants themselves know the current system is headed for a crash. Meanwhile, a massive political war is heading to the November 2026 ballot in California. The California Billionaire Tax Act wants to place a 5% tax on the wealthiest people on Earth to fund our failing safety nets. It is a direct response to the Social Security cliff, and it has split Silicon Valley right down the middle. Half the valley sees it as a desperate money grab while the other half sees it as the only way to prevent a total social collapse. It turns out that we might not need to tax the robot at all if we just tax the person who owns the fleet. Let's go back to the factory floor one last time to look at the humanoid standing there. Why does a bipedal robot like Tesla's Optimus make us so much more nervous than a software algorithm? When an AI program replaces 1,000 accountants, we just call it a software update. But when a humanoid robot takes one warehouse job, we demand a robot tax. Is it because they look like us that we feel they should have to pay their dues just like us? The uncomfortable truth is that we are living through the greatest shift from work to wealth in human history. Our old system was built to tax work because work was the only way to create value, but the new system must tax wealth because that is where the machines are sending all the money. Now I want to hear from you because your answer will shape the next 40 years. Is a robot an employee that owes society its share, or is it just another tool in the shed? If we don't change the rules now, what happens when the safety net finally snaps? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this conversation is just getting started. This is NeuralByte, and if you found this deep dive valuable, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the future. I'll see you in the next one.